Crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
We ain't beginning. Three. Don't get nice 7. Let's go. Check Mike 46. Check Mike 46. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and
3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
All day. One. Who's in the Delta? I'm going to come back to you.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alpha. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Three. One. 49's the Mike. Come on, D. 49, guys. 2, fellas, let's go.
On 2nd down and 4, Mariota steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Get the ball. Hey, tight end's right. One. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is When they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that. Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Greystone, travel. Kill. Watch twist. Watch. Regular.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
You're online, baby. You're online. Check 15. Check 15. Alert. Mike 7. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 56. Hey, Delta. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Going long here for Wallace. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a handoff looking right. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mariota looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 30. 6.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Big stop.
3.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Mike 46. Mike 46. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the...
One.
Bravo!
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check
56.
Check the outreach.
6. Pull it high.
Check safety.
Monday.
Now it's Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
X3, 218, chop it.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Here we go. Hey, check. Mike 50.
Hey, shoot.
I got one. Mike 50. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Here's Allen to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Motion, bump.
3.
Bump.
Now they try the right side here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota throwing right, and that's complete. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Hatchet. 53's the mic.
One.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Gurley. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Mike 7.
Throwing now is Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check the backer.
On 52.
Derrick Henry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Here we go.
Throwing, Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
One.
He's coming. Clock's track. 46 to Mike. 46.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, box drop.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Taken from just outside the 30.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Mike 50. Bandit. Bandit. He's one. Crash. Hold the look.
Third and long here for Mariota. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
780.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Check. Lucky.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they beat under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now they try the right side here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Middle.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7.
You ain't doing 9-35, half 80.
Allen gonna throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He finds Beckham complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Whip. Watch the middle.
Two draw Corker.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
5 wide.
Check 25.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bills 14, Panthers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
as they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
One.
49's the mic. Watch 44 big.
A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now a handoff looking right. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mariota. And no, it's incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Alert! Middle.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again they run with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Todd Gurley, 59 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He's going to air one. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. And even 50 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Mariota to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there, with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it? They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Check 43.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
Gurley again here on first down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Shift. Alert! Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
61, matchbox lights.
Here's Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 37. Check 37.
56.
Mike 7. Tackles. Switch.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Joker. Switch.
They try right side here, Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. third down and nickel formation here defensively.
50, Mike, 50. Here we go, G, get off the field.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mariota to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch